unless they see a bear over today, that they will not go ahead with the opening of the Rafah border crossing with Egypt. Are waiting for something that is set to happen today. This is a lifeline for so many Gaza who need to get out through that crossing that has been closed since May of 2024 after Israeli forces took over that crossing. They need to get out of there for medical treatment. So Israel made it clear that unless this hostage handover today goes smoothly, they don't see those chaotic scenes, that crossing will not open. So what we are seeing today is a very different scene. The handover taking over, the release taking over, taking place earlier than expected, and a very orderly handover that we have seen today.
So far, smooth and orderly handover, which, as you mentioned, is critical and conditioned by Israel for the Rafah crossing to reopen. Let me ask you this, Shimon, to put you on the spot, you don't know this, but any sort of, is there any sense of why we have the blame?
Old school, baby.
What's going on with this American Israeli?
Well, it's, I wouldn't say it's a delay. The handover of Calderon and Weldon took place earlier than expected. But you are seeing two different locations here where these releases are taking place. The first one that we have seen now that has been complete took place in Canyon in the south. We are seeing a stage set in Gaza City by the coast there, and we expect that this is where Israel is going to be released. And keeping in mind the thing as well, is a large number of Hamas.
Old school. This is for the longtime fans. Let's get it on. Now, it's been a while since I've woo! This is making me all teary-eyed. Let's see. Probably should have done this before the stream, but okay, I don't like that. Yeah, here we go. We're doing it. Hello. So how's the sound? Does it sound good? It's been a while since I have spoken into the mic. Yeah, this is bonus Imac. Make sure the Wi-Fi is good. Okay, good. Let me turn the TV off, man. We're going to bit low on the mic. Let's see. Oh, I'm loud. The picture and sound quality is higher on the phone. Bit low on the mic. Let me turn it up a little bit. Oh, okay. No, I mean, I'm Kip Smith is the moderator, so we'll turn it up a little bit. Me. So we got about the same amount of people in the Imac stream as we did the phone stream. So every now and then we'll get back to our roots of the Imac stream. Now, I don't expect it to be that great numbers-wise because it is Friday night, Saturday morning. It's distance from Mike, but I mean, I'm speaking as close as I can to it. But it's been a while since the system has been fired up. Teddy, what up? What up? Happy February to you. I mean, I do like this. Everything is so much easier for me to read. And I think the great thing about uh let's roast. That's $100, Moses. You know the deal. Roast battle questions are $5. But Jeff Ross specific questions, $100. Cause you know why. You got to show me the money, honey. But as much as I hate roast battle, that is the show I am recognized the most on. I mean, I get people coming up to me a few times a month, not a week, but a month, going, "Hey, you're that guy from roast battle." So what are you gonna do? I don't watch I don't watch WWE, baby. I watch AEW. So I watch Dynamite, Collision, and their pay-per-views, and that's really about it. I mean, I am friends with Brian Simpson. You know, yeah, I don't really keep up with who's on Rogan. But Simpson's a good guy, very hard worker, Um, so I guess good for him, I guess, I mean, I certainly, I mean, I'm getting to the point now where I'm just assuming I'm never going to get on Rogan. I hate to be negative and stuff, but, I mean, Brian's already been on, I think, a few times. And, I think Moses has been on a few times. So, by now, if Joe doesn't think, hey, I should have Skakel on, then he's probably never going to think it, to be frank. But that's fine. It's all good. Joe don't owe me anything. Yeah, I don't watch. Problem with CM Punk is he's always fucking injured. Um, I don't even know if he would have me on, to be honest with you. I mean, Moses didn't have a special on. Sarah Weinshank didn't have a special on. I don't know. I mean, it's weird to me. He's always very nice to me. And, when I played the mothership, he got up from doing whatever he was doing and gave me a big hug, bought me dinner, bought everyone, bunch of high-end burgers. When he left, he went out of his way to hug me. But yeah, I'm not going to move to Austin. I have beyond zero interest to move to Austin. Um, I just don't. I'm not going to be 40th in line for good spots at the mothership, or I'm not going to open up for Kill Tony Comics. Fuck that. I'd rather stay here, do my Comedy Store spots, get my voiceover gigs, and try and make things happen. But listen, Austin's great. If you're like Asan or Derek, they moved there right in the beginning, and they got in at the mothership, and with Rogan, it's awesome to move there. But you can't really. Yeah, I mean, well, you do if you know he's going to help you, but like for me, I don't know. Like I wouldn't say I'm not in with Joe, but I'm definitely not in his inner circle. I think if you're Hinchcliffe, Red Band, those guys, you move to Austin. I mean, Rogan is a kingmaker in that regard. But if you're me, I don't know if I would say it would make sense for me. Well, I mean, yeah, but once again, though, I don't want to be going on opening up for Kill Tony Comics. Fuck that, man. I've earned it too much. But they're they have bigger followings than I do, so I mean Theo's a little weird with me, like He's a little LA phony with me, but that's, he doesn't owe me anything. It's not like we were great friends in the first place. Um, you know, I mean, I saw him the other night at the Comedy Store. He was driving out, I was driving in. He's like, "Hey, Skake, I'll call you this week." That call never came. And that's my biggest pet peeve is I hate it when people, "Hey, I'll call you tomorrow," and they don't. It's like, just don't say you're gonna call me. I'm not even that mad you didn't call me. I'm just, come on. Well, you gotta kinda be in, like if I thought I could get on Theo, Santino, and Bobby Lee's, Whitney's, Rogan. Uh, hell, I might even have to do Kill Tony again. Uh, if I thought I could get on all those, I probably would have made the special already. But as it is now, I really don't have a tremendous amount of ways to promote it. So I'm not just going to put up a YouTube special, have it get 2,500 views, and then okay, what's next, Earl? Um, but the special will be made sooner than later. It's just it's not easy, and I'm not doing a GoFundMe or I'm not going to panhandle online. I'm doing it my way, and unfortunately, my way takes longer. So I promise you guys. You guys know I deliver. Whenever I say something, it happens. It might not happen, exactly on my timeline, but it will happen. I assure you of that much. Oh yeah, I mean, if you could get on uh, even half those podcasts I just named, um, and I'm a great guest. Like if you watched Chappelle Lacey, me and Chappelle and Joel Jimenez on the lesser known characters. I mean, we were rocking and rolling right as the guy said we're recording. Um, but I don't want to release a special just to say I have a special out. Too many people do that, and they think they're going to be famous the next day. And then their special is released on YouTube. It gets 700 views, and then nobody cares. I'd rather not put out a special at all than to have one out that nobody cares. I mean, the whiskey would cost money, though. I mean, I mean a lot of money. I mean, you're talking to rent out that building for one night. I'm going to guess it's $20,000 to $30,000, and that's no production cost. Um, so to do a special at the whiskey, to do it right, you're talking 50 to 100 grand. Because I mean, the whiskey seats about 600-700 people, and to be frank, that's a lot of people for me. So I would. If I thought that I could get on Rogan before the special shooting, I would do it at the whiskey. It'd be worth the shot. But, right now, if you said to me, Earl, could you get 500 to 700 people at the whiskey tomorrow night? I don't know if I could. Um, so do it in a church, cheap night's rent, great acoustics, existing sound system. Yeah, but I don't know if I could get a church. Yeah, but Red Band's Club is a bar, basically. I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't do it there, but I also want my friends in the room. Like, I that's why I want to do it in LA because I could get friends and family and everyone involved. If I do it in Austin, I don't want fellow comics in the room. They're not going to laugh. Um, I mean, they might for me just because I'm so respected by most of those guys, but I mean, I would have to probably call Red Band and say, "Hey, can you ask Joe if I can come on?" And I know Joe hates being asked, and I get it. I remember when my podcast was relatively popular, people would ask me all the time to be on it. And my attitude was, if I want you on it, I'll ask you. And I'm sure that's what Joe thinks at this point. So, but if I could get on Rogan at some point, that'd be a game changer, to be honest. But maybe my cousin could help in that. Oh, I don't think, to be honest with you, I don't think Rogan likes Jeff that much, to be honest. He's not on the show that much. And I will never make up with Jeff Ross, ever. Because there's nothing Jeff could do for me that would make all the wrongs done to me in the past right. You know, they were done. The damage is done, and there's no way to undo the damage. So, you know, and Jeff doesn't help anyone around his age, you know, and that's not like a joke about certain things in Jeff's life. It's just Jeff does not help comics in their mid 50s. He doesn't even help female comics in their early 30s. So, you know, and even if I thought that would help, I wouldn't do it. I got a fucking soul, man. Um, you know, and maybe I'm in the wrong business. Well, thank you, cool boy. I don't know if I'm the master, but you know, I got a soul, and there's just certain things I'm willing to do and certain things I'm not willing to do, which is probably why I haven't made it to yeah, it's just a Nike Nike visor. That's probably why I haven't made it past a certain level in terms of success. But you know, it's just the way my parents raised me, and you know, at this point, I don't want to change. I'm a fucking soldier, and I'm pretty happy in my life. So I only do things that make me happy. These streams make me happy. Do I wish there was more people in them? 100%. But you know, I mean, I don't see, like, I notice on the iMac, I get no trolls. So that might be William Zoom might be correct in that the algorithm favors the vertical stream, and that's when the freaks come out. Uh, yes, your parents raised you to be number one. Well, not really. I mean, they didn't, you know, because then they would have taught me how to be cutthroat and be a dingleberry ass kisser. It's just not in me, man. Um, Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, you know, listen, 25 years ago, I knew the deal when I got into comedy. And almost with each year, I really saw the evilness in this business. But I still like doing comedy. I'm good at it. And, you know, even though my YouTube channel, I'm not exactly fucking Mr. Beast, you know, I've doubled the growth of my channel in 1 year. You know, I'll take that. Um, you know, I think around this time last year, I had about, I don't know, 1,300, 1,400 subscribers. I now am a shade, um, I think under 3,000. That's pretty good. So if next year I'm around 6 to 7,000 people, that's good. And then, you know, maybe more, you know, it's just, I'm certainly posting a lot more than I ever have. This will be my third live today. I think I did two shorts today. And I'm going to try and do like at least once or twice a week, 2 to 3 minute videos. That, you know, that's where I'm lacking the most of on YouTube. So, and I've definitely plateaued with subscribers. I mean, the last couple months, I'd say I got, you know, 100 new subs a month. But well, thank you. I don't know who Eric Skakel is, but thank you, Cool Boy 52. I'm just fucking with you. We'll do another 10 minutes, guys, and then we'll stream tomorrow, probably on the phone. But, you know, this stream tonight was, you know, for the old schoolers in the house. I only wish that William Zoom and AC/DC were here along with Kip Smith. You know, you guys have been here from the earth. Mr. Beast is a guy, what is he? Someone might know more than my. Didn't he have like 300,000 subscribers? No, 300 million or some like millions of subscribers. Any updates on Gutfeld? Well, we don't talk about that in here, Dr. Nova. Um, I've done all I can in regards to Gutfeld. I've got several A-list people trying to hook it up. So, it's out of my hands. I mean, I've seen who they have on it. It shouldn't be this hard to get on. So yeah, but doesn't he have like 100 million subscribers or something? Some crazy amount of subscribers. Um, there is no Eric Skakel, Dr. Nova, to be honest with you. You might be thinking of another Skakel family. Uh, well, I mean, I do have a funny joke about that, but we don't. I'd rather take a question on Ray DeVito. Uh, yeah, I mean, Eric Menendez. Yes, he was my. I wouldn't say friend, but I knew him and Lyle. Oh, I don't know. I mean, I don't know anything about Mr. Beast. I just know he's got a lot of subscribers. I can only imagine if he did a live stream. Uh, so, am I saying I would like to be Mr. Beast? Absolutely. Instead of 16, I mean, if Mr. Beast were doing a live stream right now, he'd probably have 16,000 people in there. I've got 16. Um, I don't know. I mean, no, I'm sure some of the Kill Tony comics are more famous than Ray DeVito. Yeah, Dr. Nova's doing shtick. You, Dr. Nova, you got VIP status in here. And where's the Chicken Man? He usually pops in. He's a chat room legend. Rudy Baga in the house, a fast rising star in the Earlverse chat rooms. So, did you know Callan got remarried to a young lady? I don't know. I don't keep up with what Brian Callan does. Don't care. I don't care what he married. But I did not know that, SC. I mean, literally, the last time I saw him, he had his arm around my ex character from Friends. And I was getting off the OR stage, and I walked outside, and I'm like, bro, you better take your arm away from her, or your next set's gonna be through a fucking straw. I didn't know she was with you, Skakes. You knew she was with somebody, brother. Yes, I could. It would not be close. Callan better hope Rogan's behind him or in front of him. Because by the time Joe got to me, I'd get in 3 shots. When I'm motivated, look out, baby. Now Rogan would kill me, but by the time he got to me, I would have gotten 3 shots on that face. That receding hairline motherfucker. So he's just a bad dude. So when I see him on Rogan, it's like, all right, I don't know what I'm doing here. Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, they all fucking flew from D'Elia the second the shit went down. Um, the same with Jeff. When Jeff's situation came up, nobody stood up and supported Jeff. Nobody, not one person. I mean, Amy Schumer was like, I love Jeff like a brother, but he dates dangerously young women. That's not exactly a fucking endorsement. So, nobody cares, man. D'Elia is headlining not arenas, theaters and improvs all over the country. If you can make people money, OJ could do a comedy tour and people would book him because they know people would either come because they're fans or they'd fucking hate watch the guy. So, yeah, I mean, so they all knew about Chris. And I didn't know about the underage stuff. I mean, I knew Chris was a pussy hound, but nothing wrong with that. I mean, but they all knew the other stuff that, they just did. So they're all pieces of shit as far as I'm concerned. Um, well, yeah, I mean, you gotta, but I don't feel sorry for those guys. You know how much they get paid doing the road? I mean, I knew when I was out on the road with Rob Schneider and we did theaters, I would make anywhere from 2 to 5 grand. It was just me and Rob. So if I'm getting 2 to 5 grand, because usually the theater would pay me and then Rob would pay me. So you get double paid. You can imagine what Rob's getting, probably 100 grand a weekend or per show if it's a theater. I mean, when we did the Santa Rosa Theater, I think it sat 800 people, and there must have been 850 in there. They're all paying 50 to $100 a head. You know, you do the math. Um, I mean, the problem is with Callan, and I'm friends with the girl. Let me take that back. I'm friends with the girl's husband. Um, there was really no reason for her to lie. They don't need the money. The husband probably has more money than Callan. I just saw him in two commercials tonight. He's still getting commercial work. And he does a lot of guest stars. He's like the perfect looking nondescript white guy. So, what up, step aside, Jesus. So, but the problem with that situation was, it's he said, she said. He said it was a bad date. She said it was something a lot worse than that. There's no evidence. There's no pictures. There's no forensic evidence. So there's really nothing to go on. I mean, the girl's kind of unknown, so she doesn't really have a reputation. I mean, Callan's reputation is a total womanizer, there's nothing wrong with being a womanizer, but like it, and it was 20 years ago. What do you do? I mean, I think with Dalia, there was messages that were recorded, phone calls recorded. I think with Jeff, the girl, I don't know, had about a dozen pictures of them hanging out before she was 18. So it's like, does that mean he did anything? No, but let me tell you something. When I was 33, I mean, I didn't hang out with 15 to 17-year-olds when I was 15 to 17 years old. So, it's a little weird. But, she changed her story. He changed his story. So it's kind of a wash, and you just go, all right, well, if something happened, he's going to get away with it. No, that was the girl's husband. So, of course he gets residual checks in the mail. He gets residual checks for probably Mad TV, all his movies, all his TV shows. I mean, you think SAG goes, okay, this guy's a creep. We're not going to pay him. So we'll do a few more minutes, guys. A few more minutes. This is an old school Imac stream just for the fans. Hit the like and subscribe button, but I don't think there's anyone new in here. So I will say the iPhone streams definitely bring in new people. So maybe once or twice a month we'll do an iMac stream. Callan should get with Bolivia Space, and they can be the most fucked up comedy couple in town. I'll guess they've probably already hooked up. I mean, she's a climber, but it's why, like, I understand, like, when Whitney Cummings was dating Ashley Hamilton, a lot of people were like, what the fuck? But he was a very good looking guy, so it made sense from that regard. But I know Whitney's mindset was, hey, his dad is George Hamilton. He knows everyone in the business, i.e., his dad can help me. Bolivia fucks a bunch of open micers. So it's like, that ain't, clearly the strategy hasn't worked. And then when she tried to cancel me, it's like, no evidence. I'm one of the most well-liked people in LA comedy. Not necessarily my comedy, but I don't have too many enemies. So that was, she overshot the runway with that storyline. Any Scientology members tried to recruit you? Yeah, a long time ago in the early 90s. They had a girl on Hollywood Boulevard, blonde, giant tits, kind of a blonde Joan Jett, but with giant tits, like an Ann Jillian, if you remember who she was. And I was like, yeah, I'll come into the building, and she let me in the building, and then kind of locked the door behind me, and it's a maze in there. And I think it's the same building, to be honest with you now. So, yeah, I mean, it was, and then I remember a friend of mine, a yoga teacher, she was an actress, and she had a play in their theater. Same type of deal. They kind of shepherd you in these Al Capone-like tunnels. And then after the show is over, they let you wander around, but it's like there's no exit signs. So you got to really want to get out of there before they get their meat hooks into you. I would never donate 10% of my income to Scientology. Well, I do like the Imac streams. I mean, I'm reminiscent. We'll do another 10 minutes, guys. 10 minutes. So hit the like and subscribe button, baby. So I hope that answered your question, Moses. The Scientology theater, it's not in the great neighborhood, so I'm not really around there anymore. Yeah, I mean, this is for the fans. You don't get the trolls and whatnot. But, selfishly, I'm trying to get more subscribers and shit. So the vertical streams are probably more conducive to more new subscribers. But, at least once a month, I'll do an Imac stream. And, go back to our roots. Yeah, but that was, I think, because of the hour that I'm doing it. Like, if you notice, and I'm not complaining, but the 16 people in here right now, I believe, are all subscribers. So it's basically a members only chat. So, I mean, the one thing that is appealing about the vertical streams are, even though you get the trolls, you also get people who just might not have heard of me, and they wander into the stream and they subscribe, and there you go. You're going to get Felicia and drive her. She said you would do it, but you don't want to be involved that deeply in the Dabbleverse. I would meet her just because I love doing nighttime drives. I mean, I'm a night owl, but I also don't want to get involved in like a Dabbleverse storyline. Then I could see it now. People would tell Pat Dixon, "Hey, Skakel's trying to fuck your girl," and even though I don't know Pat that well, I don't do that to guys. Move in on their girls. Now, Pat doesn't own Felicia, but just like, I mean, you know how suicidal I would be if I got upset about guys porking Bolivia? Like, I mean, that's probably literally, who knows the numbers she's put up since we dated in 2017. I mean, it's significant because it was significant when we were dating. I would have people coming up to me, "Hey, just so you know, I fucked Bolivia, but you guys weren't dating yet." I'm like, "Well, when did you fuck her?" 2-3 years ago." "Oh, well, she just turned 19 now, so you might want to revitalize that storyline, brother, in terms of the timeline." Uh, 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 uh. Uh, oh, I don't watch Pat's show on Rumble. I mean, I did his I I guess he was on YouTube still. Um no, I don't think she's stranded. She has a car. She's just no, I don't use real names in the stream. If you know who she is, you know who she is, and if you don't, that's fine too. Um just as with the ex that you guys are probably more familiar with, I don't say her name. I just say it's a friend's character. Um, so yeah, I don't think Felicia's stranded. She's in a trailer and she wants to drive through the desert and leave the trailer. Um, so I mean, I would go with her, but yeah, I don't know how long that's going to take. I mean, it takes a full day to drive through Texas. And then so you'd go from Texas to, if I don't know what route she's taking, I would say you go from Texas to Arizona to maybe possibly through Nevada and then to California. I mean, that's a lot of fucking driving. Um, and I guess you could take the I-10 straight through, but I've done the LA to Scottsdale drive. That's no joke. And that's nowhere near what the Texas drive is. So you add both of those drives together, it's I don't know. But I would just for the goof, but I don't want to spend 4 days doing it. If she said, "Hey, I just need you for 2 days," I would do it. Um, so she'd be better flying to go to sleep, wake up, you there. Well, I mean, I get, but I don't know what her end game is. So she's driving out here to California, and then what? I'm not really following the storyline, to be honest with you. So you guys keep me posted. Um, no, I'm definitely too old to start a family. But why? But she's a Midwest East Coast girl, so why would she need her truck in California? Um, Crazy bitch road trip. I appreciate you trying to cover up the word. I think you can say bitch in here, but I don't know, to be honest with you. 5 more minutes, guys. Then I'm gonna walk Lois old school, long walk for Lois, so she can pee till her liver's empty. And then we'll do a stream tomorrow on the phone, baby. So thank you guys. This has been, maybe we'll do an IMAX stream the last Friday of every month. Um, so banned everywhere on YouTube. You are Gavin, or Pat Dixon, or Felicia. I don't know. Will you watch Royal Rumble tomorrow? I didn't even know it was tomorrow. I'll watch AEW Collision and then go to the Comedy Store and perform Pat's banned, right? That's why he does his thing on Rumble. Why did he get banned? I mean, I know Gino got banned for showing some guy's balls or something. Like, didn't Ski Mask get banned too? Like, when that stuff started going down, I'm like, I can't be a part of this world. But hit the like button, you guys. 18 in here, only 9 likes. Come on, baby dolls. Let's get it together. It is good to see the Earl sign in its glory. Oh, I thought Ski Mask was banned too. Didn't he show his balls or something? And like that's when I checked out. Um, I think I even deleted him as a friend. So my special will be I might wear the leather pants and shirtless. Bobby the Brain Heenan. No one comes close to Bobby the Brain Heenan. The heel manager. Um, oh, okay. So how did Kevin not get banned? Um, so who knows? I can't keep up with all this shit. I got enough problems on my own without worrying who put their balls on the internet and got their YouTube channel struck. But why did Pat get banned? I watched his show the least just because he does when I went on his stream, I think the first 2 streams I did with him, they were like 4 hours, man. And I'm like, I'm not getting paid for this. And nothing against Pat, but I'm like, I can't do 4-hour free streams on someone else's channel. But 2 more minutes, guys. 2 more minutes. Get those last minute questions in. And once again, we'll do a Dr. Chow, the Mega G in the house. So the last Friday of every month, we will do an IMAC stream, old school style. Thank you. I mean, this is a 4K camera. So, I mean, I guess my iPhone camera is just as good, but, I don't know. I'll do stream. I'm just trying to crack the algorithm, babies. I'll do phone streams, IMAX streams. I'll do videos. I'll do shorts. The other night I did a 2-hour stream, made a whopping $23. So, 1 more minute, guys. We got 1 more minute. And then I'm going to walk my baby, maybe play 1 game of NCAA college football 2025, and then go to sleep and write some dick jokes tomorrow. I mean, I'm not going to show anything wacky. I've worked too hard the last year to get this channel going. I'm not going to show fucking porn or show my balls or, no. It's a lot of work doing a stream in terms of the hours that I've put in and really the hours that you guys have put in listening. I'm not going to throw it all away for a quick laugh. So Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, at Earl Skakel everywhere on social media, Patreon, PayPal is eskakel@aol.com. I don't have any mods tonight, so I got to do all this on my own. And check out Dr. Chow and Chad's show. I did Chad's show tonight, the public access thing. And this has been the premiere episode of Imac Stream, Fridays, last Friday of every month. Earl Skakel, over and out.